wondered, what if it would be like to manage a project at a company or a club or an organization? I mean, really manage it where you're in charge of everybody and every little thing. Well, I did that before I joined Toastmasters and when I was in the corporate world working for Verizon. But it was nothing like being a contest chair. Being a contest chair gave me the full picture of what project management really is about. I got to do all the components of project management. Picking my team, picking my leadership guidance, managing a budget, deciding where the venue was going to be, what food was going to be served, and also I got to pick what the theme was going to be about. It was all on my shoulders. Project management is about building those components, putting them all together, and at the end coming out with something where nobody knows that all those were components. It gets delivered as a complete pie. And that's what being a contest chair does. Now, when I was approached, I'd been a Toastmaster for 2 months. Maybe a month. It was August, wasn't it? I'd been a Toastmaster for a month. And Tammy Takahashi walks up to me and she said, "Hey, would you like to be the contest chair? You can do it for area or you can do it for division. Just let me know. You think about it, let me know." Oh boy. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if that's something I should do. However, I had a mentor, and my mentor spoke to me, and she said, if you do this, this will take care of one of the requirements for your DTM. Well, I didn't really know what that was, except I had experienced the hug line at spring conference. I'd seen it, and there's nothing like that in the world, and I knew those people had received their DTM. So I knew that this was a piece of accomplishing that. So I was interested, but I was also uninterested. So I had to weigh, where am I going to do this? Can I do this? Well, I knew I could do this because I'd done it at Verizon. I had been a project manager. I had managed a team. I had looked at the schedule. I'd gotten people where they were supposed to be, and I completed a project on time. So I knew what I was doing in that regard. So I felt comfortable with the process. But this was Toastmasters. And for me, there was an emotional component that was not there at Verizon. And that emotional component was, I wanted this contest to come off so that Tammy, who asked me to do it, and the district governor and the Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training and the Lieutenant Governor of Marketing would be able to look at this contest and say, well, that was well done. Not for me. You have to understand, it wasn't about me. It was about doing something so that these people could look good, because project management is not about you. It's about what you build for the other people. For me, project management is about people, and contests are about people too. And those two components swung me over to saying yes. Now, after I said yes, I had some projects to do. I had some components to build. I had to pick at least 3 people who would guide me. They were my guidance counselors. The Toastmaster High Performance Leadership Manual is what I was working for. And in there, it tells me I should pick people who had experience and could give me advice. Well, first person I picked was my mentor, Madame Millette. I knew she'd done a contest. She'd taught contests. There was no better person to advise me than that. I also picked Tammy because Tammy asked me to do it. She had a vested interest in the contest. What better choice? And then the third person I picked was Karen Hudson. For those of you that know Karen Hudson, she's taught at TLI. She taught classes on how to dress. She is aware of the contest in an aesthetic way. How's it look? How's it feel? What's it like? So I picked her to be my third guidance person. That is an area I am not as comfortable with, and I needed her to help me. Next thing, I had to pick people to help me. The guidance counselors were helping me, but I needed people to build this contest. I needed a team. Now my team was going to do all the work, so I had to build with people that I could hand off the responsibility of the contest. I had to let them do the job. As a manager of Verizon, I was good at that. They did their job, they reported to me, it was done. I don't get in the way. That's the way the contest needed to go. I needed to pick people who knew how to do food, people who knew how to do the setup. I needed those people, so I picked those. And then I had to hold meetings to let my guidance counselors know where I was going and to get feedback. So as the time went on, this contest became an entity. It became a project. And it got accomplished through the help of all these people. Again, it was about the people. This is what I learned. This is what I got out of it. It isn't about me, and it isn't about the job of being contest chair. It's about getting the people in the project and letting them know that it's important to me that they are a part of that. So there are 3 things that I need to say about to be a contest chair, or to contest chair. The first thing I needed to say was, yes, I'll do that. The second thing I needed to say is, will you help me? Will you come along? And the third thing I found out I needed to say was, we can. We can do it. We can accomplish this. But more important than anything else, I needed to remember to say, thank you very much. You did a great job. Mr. Toastmaster.